President Aquino also graced the Asian Defense Security Conference at the World Trade Center despite taking a firm stance against China's actions in contested waters. The president clarified that efforts to modernize the AFP is not meant to increase tensions in the region. More on that from Ina Andolong. Hi Ina, what can you tell us?
The government's efforts to improve the capability of the armed forces of the Philippines is not meant to increase tensions in the region. The president made this clear as he addressed security officials, including defense representatives from different countries, primarily from the ASEAN region. Speaking at the opening ceremony of this year's Asian Defense Security, or the ADAS Crisis Management Exhibition and Conference, he says efforts to build up our military's capabilities are not meant to increase tensions, but are meant to address domestic problems and issues. Amid the country's territorial dispute with China, he said, and I quote, "Lest anyone accuse us of shifting into a more militaristic position," he said, "our efforts to modernize the capabilities of our security sector is to address our human disaster response arenas and our internal defense." He says the government has invested 40 billion pesos over the past 4 years for the military's modernization. This is way more than the 26 billion pesos released by his predecessor over 10 years. The chief executive cited a number of the new equipment that have already arrived for the AFP, including 2 Hamilton-class cutters, 8 Sokol combat utility helicopters, 3 naval AW-109 naval helicopters, 4 refurbished UH-1 helicopters, and the first batch of M4 caliber 5.56 millimeter rifles. Now, he says equipment underway might include a total of 12 FA-50 lead-in fighter jets, 2 long-range utility helicopters, and 2 anti-submarine helicopters. The ADAS exhibition features various equipment for defense, counterterrorism, and internal security crisis and disaster management, among others. Defense Secretary Voltaire Guzman says this is an opportunity for security officials to see the latest equipment in the market, determine the genuine requirements of the AFP, the PNP, the Philippine Coast Guard, and the Office of Civil Defense, and also learn from the workshops that will be offered. President Aquino says if the event is any indication, the government has no plans of slowing down on building its defense capabilities. Mai?
Thanks, Ina. Ina Andolong there reporting to us from Pasay City.